Hey guys, we are back with some more Wolfsburg Wolves franchise mode, and in this one we are going to be facing the Anaheim Ducks in round number 2 of these Year 12 playoffs. And of course, I did not mean to go into the roster moves. I have to go into the view lines so we could check out the lines of the Anaheim Ducks, and luckily I don't have to switch them because they're right here. So the first line, Sean Conacher, Rickard Rakell, and Brian Dundas, however you pronounce it. Second line, Christian Vesalainen, Antoine Morand, and Magnus Pressberg. Third line, Billy Legwand, Sam Steele, and Josh Ho-Sang. And the fourth line, Raymond Smith-Pelly, Jesper Boquist, and Sasha Muchala. Defensively, Dalton Webb and Juuso Välimäki, Henri Jokiharju and Brandon Montour. And then, of course, the two forwards on the point, as we saw last time, Jonathan Dahlin and Jack Roslovich. And in goal, they have Kai Gorodov and Juuso. So, no matter who they have in the net, it looks like, they have a pretty average goaltender. So we definitely have to take advantage of that. But it looks like Kai Gorodov has definitely been the go-to guy here with the .930 save percentage in 5 games. And when you compare that to Juuso, 900 in 5 games as well. So that must be split from the first round. It's either split from the first round or it's counting Juuso's stats from last year because he hasn't played in the playoffs yet this year. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how that works. We're going to see if he's playing the playoffs at all this season yet. Yeah, this is counting the playoff stats from when he last played in the playoffs. That would be the 2027-28 season. It's currently the 2030 season. So, Kai Gorodov is definitely the guy they're going with. .930 save percentage, so we're going up against a pretty hot goaltender. And we'll see what this series brings for us. And, of course, they're rolling with the 4 defensemen. And that'll be very interesting to see. Maybe if they have a few more defensive breakdowns, or if Kai Gorodov is able to backstop them to victory. So, with that being said, let's get game number 1 underway. First period, and there you go. That'll be 3 goals. Puntet, Sebastian Niederberger for both of them on Kai Gorodov, and Fredrik Stahlberg also on Kai Gorodov. So we go up 3-0 after only 1 period. Looking pretty good so far. For the second period, and that'll be another goal. Aaron Zanetti on Kai Gorodov. We up 4-0. After 2, it's looking pretty good here, but we'll just slow sim the final 20 minutes just to make sure that we have everything all wrapped up, but I'm pretty certain that we do, unless we get some EA nonsense here, which I wouldn't be surprised if we do, but it doesn't look like we're going to, considering we're down to the last 5 minutes. Nothing's happening for Anaheim. Yeah, we have this all wrapped up, and a 4-0 win against the Anaheim Ducks in game number 1. And the 3 stars of the game are, of course, Weiss, Niederberger, and Klimi with the shutout. Oh, Tommy Ludman has been injured with a sore hip until May 10th. So that's at least the rest of the second round, if not pushing, I would say, into the middle of the third round. Well, considering the amount of defensive injuries we have right now, that's not ideal. So, who's scratching the moment? Yeah, it's Rodin, Bohinski, and Ludman. So we're going to have to call somebody up here, because our only options at the moment are McLeod and Jost, who are both centers. Unless we want to rock a forward on the point like Anaheim is, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to bring Jeremy Biaka-Batuka up, as we acquired him as some depth in the offseason. 79 overall, defensive defenseman, I believe, 2-way defender. But he probably, let's be honest, seems more like a defensive defenseman. So we're going to get him into the lineup. And Tim Bohinski has returned to the lineup, but of course we are at the maximum roster limit, so we're going to have to send somebody down. Now, I don't think Bohinski is completely back yet. No, he is not. So, can I send down a goaltender here? Yeah, Rodin is actually partially back, but I'm not going to put him in the starter position yet, considering how well Klimi has been doing since he got in there. So we're going to send Denis Papin down to the AHL, but we're going to leave Rodin as the backup for right now. Again, considering how well Klimi has been doing. And also considering I don't want Rodin to get re-injured should we have to put him back in there. So, Klimi, you're still the man at the moment. Let's see what you can do in game number 2. Here we go. Start game number 2, first period. And that'll be 2 goals for Anaheim. Dundas and Legwand on Rodin. Huh? What? That must be, you know what that is? That's probably the assistant coach rotating the goaltenders. I keep forgetting to turn that off. All right, well, we're using a partially injured Rodin here in this game, so we'll see if that benefits us or not. And at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to. Second period, all right, nothing doing. Come on, boys. We need to really play for Rodin here. He's not feeling the greatest, so we need to really lift him up here, and we need to get that offense here in this third period. Come on, boys. Come on now. Over a quarter way through the period and still nothing doing for your Wolfsburg Wolves. Please no shutout. Please no shutout. Get a power play goal or something. And of course, we failed to convert on that one. And is this looking like a shutout? It is looking like it. It is looking like a power play. There it is. Niederberger on Kai Gorodov. But of course, that was not enough. Air punk tat for Sebastian Niederberger. But that was the only goal of the game for your Wolfsburg Wolves. So Kalle Rodin with the third star of the game. So he wasn't even that bad. He made 28 saves, 933 save percentage, getting his stats back up there. But, of course, with Rodin in the net, a partially injured Rodin, I might add, we couldn't score any goals. So hopefully that does not continue going into game number 3. And let's see, who's available to be dressed now? Is that... So Bohinski is back. We're going to have Biaka Batuka out. Bohinski in. Lindholm down here with Wu. And yeah, I'm guessing that the assistant coach just put Rodin in there because it's not like Klimi got injured. So Rodin did pretty well, but the intention was to have Klimi starting the previous game, and I don't believe Rodin is completely healed yet. I believe that's another couple of days from now. So we're going to go with Klimi going into game number 3, because he is coming off a shutout victory in game number 1. I'm going to see if he stays hot even after skipping a game. Now, before we, of course, go into the game, we're going to change the goalie rotation settings to make sure that doesn't happen again. Yeah, no, there it is. Turn it off. So going into game number 3 at home, and hopefully Klimi can give us a bit of an advantage here, because he seems to be simulating very, very well. First period. And that'll be a goal from Matula on... What? Come on, EA. What are you doing? I want Klimi starting. We turned auto-rotate goalies off, did we not? You saw me turn it off. And last I checked, Kalle Rodin was the backup. Alright, we're going to have to roll with Rodin then, I guess, again in this game, even though, once again, the intention was to go with Mr. Louis Klimi. But the game decided, hey, let's put Rodin in again. Alright. It's not like that's too big of a deal. Rodin's obviously still very good. He came off of a very good game last game. Only let up 2 goals, had a 933 save percentage. But still, I wanted to have Klimi in there. Alright, here we go. Second period. Nothing doing. So, Rodin, he's doing a very good job, even being partially injured. Come on, boys. Where's the scoring? Where is that scoring at that we saw in game number 1? Come on. Third period. Underway. Can we get anything done in this period? Or is it going to be another tight game like this, and is it going to be like a 1-0 win for the Anaheim Ducks? So far, it's looking like that. Come on, EA. Be on our side. There we go. Aaron Zanetti on Kai Gorodov. We are tied at 1. Do we have overtime? We do indeed. So we are only in game number 3. Of course, we are not going into it until at least game number 5, as there's going to be no elimination game 4. So here we go. Overtime. Who's going to win it? Come on, Wolfsburg. I know the offense hasn't really been there, but I was going to say the offense hasn't really been there in this game, or in the past 2 games, I should say. And it continues. Billy Langwand on Rodin gets the overtime dagger, and we are now down in the series 2-1, and we also lose this game 2-1. Once again, Rodin puts up a solid performance, makes 35 saves, 945 save percentage, but once again, his team could not score for him. So, despite the bad first-round performances, the couple of bad first-round performances by Kalle Rodin, and then, of course, he got injured and was replaced by Klimi for a little bit. He has now rebounded. He has now bounced back in a very good way, but his team hasn't. His team, offensively, is nowhere to be found right now. Besides, of course, in that game number 1, which he, of course, wasn't even playing. That was Klimi in net. So, I don't know, hashtag goals for Rodin. It's just to build off of goals for Corey. It's the same story with this team. The same story with this team as it was like 5 or 6 years ago when we had guys like Radulov and Panarin can't score in the playoffs. All right. So, game number 4, I believe this is. Now, is Rodin in net? Because he's had a couple of solid performances, so I would say he's fully back at this point. So, yeah, we're going to start Rodin. We're going to start Rodin in this one because, I mean, it's not like the game would have listened to us anyway if we put Klimi in there. So, we're just going to run with the Rodin here. He's been doing just fine, but the offense needs to step up. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to make some line changes. But then again, it's been doing very well defensively. You know what I'll change? I'll change the power play. I won't change the 5-on-5 quite yet, but we'll change the power play for sure. Because a total of 2 goals in the past 2 games. There had to have been at least a few power plays within those past couple of games, and clearly nothing's being done here. So, Bohinski, Wu, Kuleshov, and Jones are the defensemen. I'm going to take Wu out. We'll leave Bohinski on there, and we'll get, I would say, Lindholm in as the veteran presence there. And as far as forwards go, Mayer, Albrecht, and Homer on the second line. Albrecht's not doing too hot at the moment. Niederberger, Aho, and Point. Point isn't either. Ugh, man, Point's always a no-show in the playoffs. Maybe if we switch up Point and Albrecht, I'm hoping that'll get something going between those two. And then I'm going to put Niederberger on the right on his passing wing, so then Albrecht is also on his passing wing. Point in the middle. Yeah, we're going to try this. We're going to try this for sure. And I will put, instead of Wu, I'll put Bohinski back in here. And the defense has been fine, so I'm not touching the penalty kill at the moment, but the power play, the 5-on-5 even strength scoring has got to come through in this game number 4. If it doesn't, then it's really not looking good for our chances at moving past these Anaheim Ducks, which obviously, you know, this is kind of the last year for this core of older players to get it done. So we have to win this one. We have to win this one. First period, all right, I'll take it. Goal by Raquel on Rodin, and then a goal by Zanetti on Kaigorodov. Second period, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Erpungtat, Jorg Aho on Kaigorodov, and then Weiss also on Kaigorodov. We are up by 2 going into the third. Kind of a rarity here in this series, but I'll take it, and we got to run with it. Come on, boys. Do this. Get us tied 2-2 in the series. That'd be very nice. I would like to go to at least a game number 6. Come on. Defense for the rest of the game. Shut her down. I don't know how much more I could keep vamping, and there it is. We win the game 3-1. Another solid game by Kalle Rodin, and finally, a decent performance by our offense. Third star of the game, Zanetti. Second star, Aho, and Kalle Rodin, the first star of the game with 27 saves and a .964 save percentage. So his save percentage definitely getting much, much better compared to where he was before at around an .870, I believe it was, in the first couple of games around number 1. He has definitely now gotten it way back up there as we take a look at goalie stats. Yeah, he's back up to a .929. So that's way, at the moment, that is way higher than a .929. That's probably around a .939 at least, I would say. Rodin's been on fire in this round, so we have to capitalize on that. Our goaltender is giving us a chance. And it doesn't even matter if we have Rodin or Klimi in net. Both of them are giving us a chance so far. We have got to do that. So here we go. Going into game number 5. Not making any changes. First period. There is a goal by Beck on Kaigorodov. Okay, is that his first playoff goal? I don't think so. I think he might have had one back in round number 1. I can't exactly remember. But nonetheless, we were up 1-0. Second period, nothing doing. All right, I'll take it. Offense. Get me and Kalle Rodin some more goals, please. Please get me some more goals. and more importantly for Calle Rodin. He's working his Tukas off here, and there it is, Frederick Stahlberg with 2 goals on Kai Gorodov. We are up 3-0 now. The fourth line, leave it to the fourth line to get us a cushion like this. And then Aaron Zanetti, the third line coming through. The depth is coming through in the clutch for us right now. And the power play goal by Sebastian Niederberger, Erpunk Tet on Kai Gorodov. No problems here. We win this game 5-0. And that'll be a 3-2 series lead. And and a shutout for Calle Rodin. He has been on fire, giving us every single chance to win the cup this year. 3 stars of the game, Beck, Stahlberg, and Rodin. So even through all of the not so great regular season performances that he's had over the past couple of years, he's been a little shaky. We saw him have, a .909 save percentage, I believe, in the regular season, .912, and then a .911 last year. But so far in these playoffs, he's redeeming himself. Last year's playoffs, of course, were also very shaky for him, .891 in 9 games. But wow, that's all I can say right now about Calle Rodin. .941 save percentage in 6 games. And remember, once again, that was an .870 in the first couple of games. So that's probably around a .950 right now. Calle Rodin is kind of being a stud right now. We have got to finish off this series. For the sake of Calle Rodin. I mean, he's a maniac. He's being a maniac in this series. All right, come on. Close her out. First period. Not what you like to see. Dundas and Conacher on Rodin. I'm not going to blame him. He's had a fantastic series so far. Offense, step it up. Second period. Not what you like to see. Raquel and Conacher. So now the defense, of course, is breaking down. And along with Calle Rodin, maybe a little bit. Only 15 shots on the net by the Anaheim Ducks and 4 goals. So, he's giving us, for the most part, every chance to win. I'm not going to entirely place this on Rodin because there are a couple of games prior to this that we definitely should have won based on the play of Calle Rodin. So, and again, it all comes down to our offense, and which obviously isn't present in this game either. So, this game, presuming everything stays the same in the third, which I hope it doesn't, then, okay, there's a goal by Weiss, but still, only 1 goal. But then it's as I was saying, it's not entirely Rodin's fault in this game. So Hansik with the goal. Hold on. Aho, Erpunk Tet. 3-4. Come on, boys. We have the 3 goals. Get me one more. One more, please. Last minute hero. Nah. All right. So the offense did come through late, but still a little too late. And oh my, Alvin Hansik's goal from the neutral zone on Kai Gorodov. But still, I'm not entirely placing this game on Rodin. He definitely should have had, I would say, one of those, given that it was only 15 shots and 4 goals in the first period. Actually, after 2 periods. Was that after 2 periods? I think that was after 2 periods. But nonetheless, not entirely his fault. So the third star of the game, Webb, second star, Aho, and Conacher, the first star of the game. It once again all comes down to this. Game 7, Tommy Ludman is back in the lineup, so we'll definitely have to get him back in. Or you know what we'll do? We'll put Jakub Tuka back down in the minors, because Ludman's actually still partially injured. So I'm not going to put him back in yet. So we'll leave the same lines. Or actually, do I want to have the same lines? Yes, I do. Because we've been, for the most part, very good defensively. It was just last game might have been a bit of a slip up. Whether that was Calle Rodin or the defense or both, I'm not sure. But I'm going to trust in all these guys. Most of these guys are veterans at this point in their career. They should know how to close out a series and a game nonetheless. So, I mean, all these guys, Mayer, 28, Aho's 27, Homer's 29, and then Weiss is 30. Almost all of our key players have a lot of experience. Kuleshov is 30, Jones is 35, Provorov 33. These guys have got to know how to get it done when it counts in the playoffs. And Calle Rodin, other than that last game wasn't great. I'm not going to, once again, it wasn't entirely his fault, but he definitely wasn't the way he was in the past couple of games that he had for us. But once again, we can't entirely expect our goaltender to carry us through every game. But that being said, I would like to see a huge game out of him here in this game number 7. So once again, we're rolling with these lines, not changing a thing. And we're going to hope that the EA simulation is nice to us and that we can move on to round number 3 against it looks like the Chicago Blackhawks. So there we go. Bonequist versus Point on the faceoff. First period. I'll take it. Nothing. 13 shots to 6. We are dominating currently in the shot department, so tilting the ice a little bit. Second period. There it is. Yes. Air puncture Sebastian Niederberger on Kai Gorodov, and then Alvin Hensick on Kai Gorodov as well from the far circle. We're up 2-0 going into the third. Come on, boys. Push us to round number 3. We all know how to do it. We've been there plenty of times before. I'm not going to get too excited because we've been there before. But you've got to close this out. Come on. Please close this out. Oh, no. Done this on Rodin. Come on. Power play. Yes, Hampus Lindholm, the veteran, coming through in the clutch on the power play. We lead 3-1. Come on. Hold it. Rodin. Yes, Alvin Hensick with another goal. Hold the lead 4-1 with 1 minute remaining. And there it is. We win game number 7. And we are off to the Western Conference Finals. Once again, Beck with 2 assists the third solid game. Calle Rodin had a solid bounce back game, making 23 saves, a .958 save percentage. And Alvin Hensick, the first star of the game, getting 2 goals and 2 hits. We are facing the Chicago Blackhawks in the Western Conference Finals, and the East will be Washington and Montreal. So, crazy series. Very crazy series, actually, considering the injuries to Calle Rodin, and then Rodin coming back and standing on his head pretty much in all but one game. And, yeah, if Rodin didn't play the way he did coming back from that injury, which I was very nervous about, this series would have been lost. Well, maybe not. Hold on, let me back that up a little bit. Maybe not, because Louis Klimi was playing very well as well. But that being said, I'm glad that Rodin got back to seeing the Rodin that we're used to during these playoffs. So Niederberger with 13 points, Aho and Mayer with 11, Albrecht with 8, Zanetti, Homer, and Beck with 7, Hensick and Weiss and Jones with 6, and then Stahlberg and Goddard with 5, Point with 4, Wu and Kuleshov with 3, Lindholm with 2, Provorov with 1, Ludman with 1, he was injured for the majority of the second round, Bohinski with 1, and Jost and McLeod have not played yet. Goaltenders, Klimi with the .935, so that's what I meant about potentially not winning this series if we didn't have Rodin in net. We may still have, considering Klimi was doing so well, but it's good. It's very, very good to have 2 hot goaltenders like this. And they're obviously both experienced. 28 years of age is Klimi, 26 is Rodin, and they're both obviously very capable of putting up elite numbers, as we've seen in the past from Klimi and in the regular season as well. You know, these two are a fantastic tandem, probably the best goaltending tandem in the league in terms of save percentage. So we have to make sure that we come through for these two. These two, should we win the Stanley Cup, I have a feeling the Conn Smythe winner is going to be a goaltender. It's either going to be Klimi or Rodin, depending on who plays. And should there, barring any injuries, I hope not, obviously, but whoever plays through the majority of the final part of the playoffs, and if we win the Stanley Cup, I have a feeling that goaltender is getting the Conn Smythe. So let's check out the lines of the Chicago Blackhawks and see what they're all about here in year number 12, and it's bound to be fairly different than what we're used to. So, oh yeah, right, Taro Alto. Right. Yep, we have this guy to worry about. 12 points in 10 games, that's just great. 93 overall, 24 years of age. My goodness. And Alex DeBrincat and Nikolai Ehlers make up their first line. Second line, Tommy Vitale, Rudy Yachina and Abel Matvechuk. Third line, Frederick Weinhandel, Gaspard Burrows, and Jesse Ilonen. And then the fourth line, Daniel Grollo, Adam Gaudette, and Gavin Carnes. Defensively, Eric Brandstrom with Vyacheslav Zykov, Zach Tanev with Julius Honka, and Ethan Bear with Hannu Virtanen, former Wolfsburg Wolf Hannu Virtanen. And in goal, we have Hugo Dupre and Hugo Beauregard. So 2 Hugos here. That's interesting. But I remember Hugo Dupre very well from previous playoffs, his first season in the playoffs. He had that .925 save percentage. It looks like they went all the way to the Stanley Cup. And right, they won the Stanley Cup actually. Right, 16 wins. So, yeah. These guys are definitely no pushover. They're in the third round for a reason. They won the Stanley Cup for a reason last year. If we can get past these guys, I like our chances. And of course, scratched are Nick Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz, the 84 overall. According to the Fog of War anyway, as of when we last saw him, he is an 84 overall. Kelvin Farmer, 82. Andre Kvasha, 81. And Wyatt Pandolfo, 82. So they have some pretty good depth in the reserves if they need it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why Schmaltz is scratched over Gaudette, but whatever works for them. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next one when we face off against the Chicago Blackhawks in the Western Conference Finals. See you guys then.